everyone, I'm Alya. I'm one of the fourth year medical students at the University of Birmingham, and this video is just going to be all about how to prepare for the UCAT exam. So the UCAT, or the University Clinical Aptitude Test, is a computer-based exam that you would usually take in a test centre that universities use in their application process to medicine or dentistry, and some of them use them for other clinical courses as well. It essentially consists of 5 different sections which we'll cover throughout this course, and it usually would last around 2 hours, so 115 minutes to be precise, but also you probably get a minute or so between each section, so equaling about 2 hours overall. It usually costs around £75 if you're applying with it from within the UK, and £120 if you're applying internationally, and you can register on the UCAT website. There are also some additional arrangements made for those with special educational needs, so they can get some extra time, some breaks between the sections and things like that. So if that's something that you think would help you, or if that is a thing that you would need, have a look at the UCAT website for that. In preparation for the UCAT exam, it's very important to do loads of practice questions and wrap your mind around the structure of the exam itself and what kind of questions that they ask. And practice makes perfect, obviously, so we recommend that you practice loads. The UCAT website recommends about 2 to 3 weeks of practice, but we would usually say 4 to 6 weeks is probably best to kind of get confident with all the concepts, and also to fit it around any other commitments or schedule activities that you may have as well. So if you're doing any work experience activities or any personal statement writing or anything like that in between, 4 to 6 weeks is very much enough time to fit the UCAT preparation around that. So yeah, as we said, we recommend having loads of practice, and we've listed loads of resources in our UCAT eBook, which is available to download from our website. In the eBook we have wrote down like a score converter so that you can track your scores as you prepare, as you go along. And also, most importantly, we have a 28-day revision calendar to help you structure your preparation and fit it around any other activities that you may have. So we hope you find those useful. So during some of the sections of the exam, namely quantitative reasoning and also decision making, you will have an option to use an on-screen calculator, which they give you because obviously these sections will contain some maths, and you might need to use a calculator for some of those questions. We highly recommend practicing your mental maths a lot because it would save you a few seconds just like typing out the numbers on the keyboard. It's just a lot kind of faster to do it that way sometimes, especially in like simpler questions. So we recommend that you practice your mental maths if possible as you're practicing, and then using the calculator for the more difficult questions, for example. Also, an important tip to give would be to remember your conversion. So for example, a kilometre to a mile or a pint to a litre, things like that, things that would commonly come up. Just because it also saves you a few seconds, and like instead of trying to, you know, think through them a lot and spending a lot of time on that. It's important to mention that if you're using the online calculator, the on-screen calculator, sorry, make sure that your numlock is open on your keyboard and it's turned on, just so you can type the numbers on your keyboard and they automatically come up on the calculator. You don't have to like move your mouse again, saving a few seconds, and in an exam which is as time pressured as the UCAT exam, those can be very valuable. Our next major tip is to also remember to use the keyboard shortcuts that they give you in the exam. So in the exam you can use the keyboard shortcuts to either move on to the next question, go back to the last question, open the calculator, or flag a question. Again, saving a few seconds of your time, which may be very valuable. So those shortcuts are usually pressing the Alt button, and then while you're pressing that, either press C for calculator, P for previous question, N for next question, F for flag. So yeah, when you use those shortcuts, it's just, again, cuts a few seconds of the time which you may need to use in one of the questions that you might need to spend some time on. So yeah, those are some of our tips on how to use the calculator and the flagging. This course is going to cover the 5 main sections of the exam, and we'll go through the structure of each and some example questions, and then on top of that we'll also cover some top tips for the day of the exam and the night before as well, some common pitfalls that you might want to avoid. So thank you so much for listening to this video. Make sure you check out the description for links to our free ebook, and also some other free resources that would be really helpful for your preparation, and best of luck!